There is a new message in the back office, ONEWS6. So without further ado, let me read it to you.
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
ONEWS6, updated July 22nd, 2025 at 3:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or as Marty and Chris call it, the normal time. A unified vision. Many of you resonated with the phrase we published in ONEWS5, our big, bold, beautiful shared dream. Yes, I remember the not so bold, not so beautiful. But upon reflection, it's worth revisiting what that really means. Let's take a moment to reconnect and realign around a unified vision, so there's no misunderstanding about our intended destiny. The primary motivation driving us is the intention of enabling you in our cult, sorry, it doesn't say that, to achieve the highest levels of success and taking you to the top. How is this any different from what they've been saying? First, let's step back and remember where we began. It all started with a simple truth. We saw too much wrongdoing in the world, and we were fed up. I thought it started because Ash Mufareh wanted to invent a system that helped him make money while doing nothing. Fed up with what was commonly accepted, and deeply motivated to build something better from the ground up. Yeah, and we're still waiting to see it 7 years later. From day one, we knew we're not here to create wealth. Could have fooled us. All of their old content, even into 2020 or 2021, it was all about making generational wealth, making lots of money really quickly. Wealth already exists. What we're building is a better, faster, more ethical way to attract it together. With that in mind, here's what we ask you to reaffirm and rededicate yourself to. This is our shared vision, our code, our compass, our calling. And then we have this section in blue here that's like marked off, bizarre. Our big, bold, beautiful shared dream. Not the bold and the beautiful again. Our dream is to uplift humanity by empowering individuals of all ages and walks of life through education, personal development, and financial well-being by using proprietary, never-before-seen technology. Proprietary! We are committed to turning complexity into simplicity using affordable, user-friendly technology, including AI with heart, to make meaningful transformation accessible to all. We are dedicated to building an ethical business rooted in fairness, integrity, and good, clean values so that people can join, follow, and share with complete confidence. We aspire to be a beacon of hope in a rapidly changing world. We stand against the status quo, the ordinary, and what's commonly accepted. Calm down, Martin Luther King. We strive to bridge generational gaps with wisdom, compassion, and understanding. We foster connection, mutual respect, and shared purpose so we can win together and leave a lasting legacy that truly matters. We believe in building a movement, not merely a company. I hate it. I hate everything about it. It's ridiculous. Then in black again, thank you for all the loyalty and support you have continued to display. We sincerely hope that you rededicate yourselves to this dream. Stay tuned. Much more to come. Jeez, I can't wait for the rest. But the idea that they're taking some kind of pledge now is just a little silly. I mean, what is this? The Boy Scouts? Girl Guides? I mean, what are we really doing here? ONEWS6, the silliest one. But you see, of course, people are already super duper excited about this, including Hula Hoop McCrea. Let's see what Hula Hoop McCrea had to say. You might know her as Susie.
Hey, it's Susie McCrea, and I'm here to talk about ONEWS6. And I'm going to give you a little feedback of what I thought. Short and sweet, okay? What I did when I heard that ONEWS6 was up, I said, I'm going to go in as if I don't know anything,
Well, I mean, you don't.
okay? Now, I've been on this journey, but I pretended I wasn't. And after reading everything, I'm like, wow, this man or whoever wrote this speaks my language. This is something I want to be a part of.
There is nothing different that is in that back office right now that hasn't been said on a webinar by Ash in the past. You also still have confirmation bias. You can pretend all you want that you don't know who wrote that or who it's supposed to be coming from. But because you're already indoctrinated into this cult, anything you read that comes from Ash is going to sound fabulously amazing to you. We've definitely learned that here. We've seen that more than enough times. The man could probably fart into a microphone, and you guys would do streams about how profound it was.
Sounds too good to be true. How do I get involved in this? This is something.
Susie, what do they usually say about things that are too good to be true? Not that you're supposed to get involved in them.
Thing that needs to be done, and I love it. Who do I talk to? Where do I go? Okay. So those were my first thoughts. And then, of course, I looked at it as someone who's been on this journey, and these are my.
Now, see, it would make sense for Susie to do that if new people could log into the back office and read that message. However, it makes no sense for this little role play that she did with herself here, because it's not like new people that don't know what Onpassive is or who Ash is or where these messages are coming from. It ain't Xenu that hasn't already been a part of Onpassive since at least June of 2022, which is when they stopped recruiting people into this scam. So anyone logging into the OES or O News, whatever you want to call it now, today has been in this thing for at least 3 years. No new people are reading this message. And I highly doubt many of them are hearing it from you guys.
My thoughts. I know, love, and trust Ash Mufareh. I've said that time and again. What do I love most about him? Besides his sense of humor, I love that his consistency, his integrity. He's a man who keeps his word. And also, what is important, values in life and what's meaningful to him. So consistency. So if you think back on the journey we've been on, intertwined into ONEWS6 is a lot of the things that Ash has talked about.
And that is it for this week's episode of Kiss His Ash. Whoa, sorry guys, I must have thought we were doing Friday there for a moment, because holy crap. If you keep puckering up like that, Susie, your lips are gonna get stuck that way.
So there's the consistency. He's never wavered on that. He has talked about big, bold, beautiful shared dream.
The only thing Ash has been consistent with is getting everything wrong.
Words in here are not I, like Chris Johnson said today. It's we. Okay? We, Chris. You made me laugh about that, going to the bathroom. We, Chris, going to the bathroom.
All right, do I even want to know what that was about? Oui also means yes in French, just saying. But using that language is actually a cult manipulation tactic, Susie. And as everyone can see in full display, it's working quite well on you. When Ash Mufareh uses the word we instead of just saying I, it makes O-founders feel like they're a part of something bigger, this big shared mission that you guys are in now, even though you're just following his lead. This kind of language blurs accountability, builds emotional loyalty, and reinforces the group identity, your Onpassive family, which are all hallmarks of cult-like control, by the way. But keep going, Susie.
We saw too much wrongdoing in the world and we were fed up. Yep, that's right. Fed up. And we're going to do something about it. We, Chris, going to the bathroom. Ash is doing something about it and we're there with him. One of the things he's always said, We're not here to create wealth. He's told us that time and time again. I love the words. What we're building is a better, faster, more ethical way to attract it.
I think the main problem here is that all of you seem to like words a lot more than you like action. All of you are easily manipulated by love bombing, by buzzwords, tech jargon. Stop listening to the words. If the actions don't back up what he's saying, then the words shouldn't matter.
Together. How great is that? And he's asking us, all of these other ONEWS has been telling the story that needed to be told. Some of it was a little prickly. We got the pruning, the sailing, some bad things happen. But we've always known that we've had this unified vision to get to where we need to go. So when I look at this one is like full of life, positivity, all the consistent things that Ash has been telling us all along. And it's so well written. This is our shared vision, our code.
That's the thing, Susie. It's just what he's been saying over and over and over again since New Year's in prettier words. That's it. There's nothing special about it. You guys have been talking about being a part of a movement for like a year now. Him bringing it up in ONEWS6 now doesn't make it newer or better. Lord.
Our compass, our calling. How great is that? All individuals, all walks of lives, okay, to uplift humanity. We've talked about that. What does that mean? Sometimes those nice words are said, but who puts a plan together to do it? I'll tell you who, Ash Mufareh does. And how are we going to do it? Through education, personal development, and financial well-being. And we're going to do that with
wow, why didn't anyone else ever think of that before? That's all you need to save the world?
proprietary, never before seen technology.
Proprietary!
So if you can't be excited about that, there's got to be something wrong with you. Ash has always told us what's genius is taking something complex and making it simple.
And insanity is doing the same thing on repeat while expecting different results, Susie.
Those words are in here today. We are committed to turning complexity into simplicity. And how are we doing that? Using affordable, user-friendly technology, including AI with heart, another consistent phrase we talk about. But what I loved was to make meaningful transformation.
The non-new direction company is sounding a lot like Onpassive with their AI with heart. That's not worrying anyone. Okay.
Accessible to all. I mean, really meaningful transformation, transforming lives, meaningful way to do that. And that is the message here. The other thing Ash has always been consistent with is building an ethical business rooted in fairness, integrity, and good, clean values.
Then why did he pocket $108 million and get sued by the SEC, Susie? Why did the UAE bank freeze all of his bank accounts in Dubai and then start an investigation for money laundering into them? Why has this thing been going for 7 years and still hasn't launched? Why are you still believing this bullshit?
That's why we are here. That's why we are on this journey. That's why we are engaged with what is going on.
That's also why I call this a cult of personality. You would sell Ash's bathwater. You don't care what Ash is selling or what he's doing. You're willing to do whatever he's doing because it's more about him than it is about the tech products. He just says, hey, we'll have tech products. They'll have AI with heart. And you guys are like, sold. It's ridiculous. Cult of personality.
All of that. And what I really loved in this saying was so that people can join, follow, and share with complete confidence. Where can you say that or feel that? When I read those words, I believe it and I know it to be true with complete confidence. We should all have complete confidence in this. So we are the beacon of hope. no more status quo.
Listen, lady, you can be delusional by yourself. I have seen nothing that would make me believe that Ash is about to launch a company that is going to save all of humanity. Quite the opposite.
The ordinary. That's all over. The plan is to bridge the generational gaps with wisdom, compassion, and understanding.
Again, wow. Why didn't anyone else think of that?
Connection, mutual respect, all of it. We're not building a move. We believe in building a movement, not merely a company. Ash, you hit a home run with this. This was beautiful. A unified vision. And I think everyone, all of us, has to take a look at this, reread it a couple more times. I believe...
Oh Lord, reread it a couple more times. Once is enough. If you've watched this video of mine here, you've pretty much heard it twice. You're good. I'm sure you never want to read it ever again.
What we are being asked to do, we, not I, what we are being asked to do is reaffirm and rededicate ourselves to this. We know about it. Ash has been consistent in his message. This is the time to rejoice and to think about our big, bold, beautiful shared dream.
Not the bold and the beautiful again. Also, rejoice? Interesting choice of words. In all of this, really. In the ONEWS message, and also that Susie chose to use here. And after Mike using the Old Testament the other day, I'm just worried. Again, anyone want to try to convince me this isn't a cult?
In our unified vision. So anyway, those are just my thoughts. This has been a wonderful ONEWS6, full of positivity. We're on our way. And things are just getting better and better. So anyway, love you all, and make sure you read it a few more times. Mwah.
Thank you so much, Susie McCrea. I would not have been able to sleep tonight if I did not know what you personally thought about ONEWS6. And Susie, who's calling herself The Susie Show with Susie McCrea, which is a little bit repetitive, called this video of hers Susie Sees, and then in brackets, a unified vision. Hashtag ONEWS6. And that was it for ONEWS6. And Susie's thoughts on it, because that was super duper important that we hear them. You see, language is one of the most powerful tools used in cults and MLMs to manipulate perception and behavior. And I've talked about this a lot in the past. Cult leaders often use inclusive terms like we, us, and our mission to create a false sense of unity and shared purpose, even when the power and decision-making lie solely with them, and in this case, with Ash Mufareh. This kind of language fosters emotional loyalty, suppresses dissent, and makes followers, like the O founders, feel personally invested in outcomes they don't control. It's a subtle but effective way to blur lines between leadership and membership. With that in mind, tell me what your thoughts are on the latest ONEWS6 message from Onpassive. Did anything stand out to you in how it was framed or delivered? Are you ready to rejoice with Susie? Do you think this thing is going to launch and save all of humanity? If you do think so, feel free to yell at me about it in the comments down below as well. All engagement helps the channel. I hope you're all having a fabulous day, and I'll see you all really soon with another one. I love all your faces, bye! Proprietary!
Oui, Chris. Going to the bathroom.
Lord, it's ridiculous.
Queen of Karma.